In this tutorial, we're going to look how to put a tattoo on a model by using displacement filter inside the Photoshop. Before we start using this displace, I want to look closer how this filter works. So it's help you to prepare the model to put it properly way to understand how the tattoo will displace in which directions. So let's look on this example and we'll go use it this kind of image tattoo as an example of displacement. Before we do, we want to apply how the displacement in which direction it's going. So we'll create these squares, and the grays, it's 50% gray, and it's 100% black, 100% white. So this way we can see how these colors will affect. Displacement inside the Photoshop, you can use the color image, but it will convert to black and white. And it's much easier if you prepare your model as a grayscale, so you can see and analyze which way image will distort or it's good. So let's say right here we prepare this, and I'm going to save this as a test mask cubes PSD for us to use. So right here we have our tattoo. Let's go ahead and copy a couple times. Okay. I'm going to hide one, and I will use it one for the model. So we'll go to filter, distort, displace, and I'm going to use it just 50%, 50 pixels on a horizontal scale, and we're using 0 on a vertical. So let's click OK, and I'm going to use image. Let's go this mask cubes, click OK, and you notice right here we have a black color. It will shift from left to right, and white color shift from right to left. Again, it's horizontal. If we do vertically, black will shift from top to bottom, and white from bottom to top. So example, if you reverse, and you can do same thing. So for example, we can go to filter, let's select properly a layer, filter, distort, displacement, and if we're doing -50, let's go select same things, cubes. Okay, you'll notice they go opposite direction, so it's pull them away. So in this case, you can say when it's a black color, displacement will push it from left to right, from top to bottom, and when it's white, it will push from right to left, from bottom to the top. So right now, if we're going to go back and look on an image, if I'm going to place tattoo right on the side, okay, let's go just grab one of the two. Okay, I'm going to just use this eagle. So for example, if I'm going to use this eagle and place it right here, okay, Control T, so we can kind of repositioning a little bit. Okay, so if I placed right here, I want stretch. I want this stretch away. This maybe just slightly up because muscles. So and this going below. In some cases, we can create a very fast mask just for us to see. Okay, let's go to switch again. And what I want to do is right here, I want to add a little bit black. So it's stretching kind of this way. Okay. And right here, I want to stretch a little bit out. So I want to add white kind of going this way, maybe, and leave it this area, gray area for me. So it does not distort. So I want to stretch this way and a black this way. In some cases, if you look on muscle, sometimes if you just save this, distortion will apply, but in some cases will apply by how lighting was on a model, not necessarily how the muscle definition going. So in some cases, if you want to have a little bit more accurate displacement, you kind of need to prepare for this. So let's go to this. We'll create a layer. Okay, let's go this gray. Okay, color. We'll go fill up with the 50% gray, and we'll clip to our model. So so we can see for now, let's go switch to the soft light, and we'll go use it brushes to paint in. So I'm going to use a 10% opacity for now, and I want to add kind of darker. So right here, it's where I want stretch, kind of push out a little bit more. And right here, I want to put it out this way. So stretch kind of. In some case, I'm creating this with a closer, pull it, and darker on the back. Okay, in some cases, if we can preview normal, you can see kind of reposition and tell which direction I want this image stretch. So let's go back, switch to the soft light for this. And next, what I want to do is convert to black and white so I can see a little bit easy. Okay, we will disable those layers. This is again just to prepare a mask. Okay, next things, notice we have a skin kind of effect, a little bit porous and maybe distortion. So this will also apply, maybe distort some of the image slightly. So what I want to do, it is apply a little bit blur to this. You don't necessarily need to do this, but I found it's work a little bit better that way. So we'll go blur, Gaussian blur, and we'll just set just slightly 1 pixel, just to soften some of this digital noise. Notice I'm also going and clip them together, just so they stay in the same shape for us. When we're done with this, let's go ahead and save this file. Okay, so we can refer a little bit later when we're loading. At this point, we don't need to actually have any of this. We can hide. And let's go back to our tattoos. So this layer, we don't need it. Our example, this is our tattoo. I put it before. So right here. Now I want to apply displacement. We also can add, and you notice right here we have it a little bit going over, which is fine. We'll clip this a little bit later. So right now, when it's selected image, we'll go to the filter, distort, and we'll go click on displace. And displacement, let's put it 2020. Depend on size of your image. If it's smaller, you can maybe apply 1010. It's how many pixels. Also, I want to be sure stretch to fit is checked because I don't want tile in this case. Tile will work better for the texturing. And we'll just leave it repeat the edges, okay? So let's go ahead, click OK. We have it open our image and we'll go just select this one, blur. So let's click OK. And you notice how it's already blurred. Notice this edges, it's have a little bit jaggy right here happening. Okay, and this is happening when not enough blur was applying before. So in some skins we have this effect. You can erase or we can redo and apply a little bit better blur in this case. So let's leave it as here. We're going to Control Z undo this. Okay, hide again. So right here, this image, when we did the blur one, we'll go to filter, blur, and we'll add a little bit more Gaussian blur. Again, you don't necessarily need to do this, but sometimes you want to add a little bit more blur, depend how it's work. So we'll go to save this. Okay, and now we can go back here, tattoo, filter, and we'll go to Distort, do again, Displace, 2020, select same one. And now you can see how it's smoother, a little bit applied. So maybe it's a little bit too much of the blur, but between them we can find the best. So we do want to preserve some of the skins right here, which is applied, but not too much. Okay, so right here we have one effect. On this point, we can just delete it. We don't need it. Okay, next on tattoo, I want mask over. You have several options. You can combine different masks if you have an alpha channel, because we don't have it. What I want to do it is click and select our main model group. So you can see right here we're cutting off. Okay, we'll go select inverse. Okay, we'll go select the brush, add it to our mask layer, and you can notice right here we actually remove it. The reasons why I brought brush, because sometimes if we can go over, you can kind of clean up a little bit, touch up, but I think we just got right here perfect position, so we don't need to do this. Okay, at this point we have a nice tattoo, but it's look a little bit unnatural kind of. We want to blend more. It's have several options we can do. And some options you can switch this to the soft light, and you can also add or curve switch to the color, or for example hue saturation. You can clip this one and just apply lighting, coloring a little bit, you know, and maybe the bluish kind of effect, maybe to this. So sometimes if it does not look a little bit intense, you can always duplicate this, and I'll just go copy or whatever, we can duplicate the layer. Okay. Right here, layer below, we can switch this to the multiply mode, which is totally take some skin and color, and we can use the opacity just to bring a little bit in. Okay. Something like this. So you can darker with multiple layers. Again, because sometimes I find soft light not necessarily give it nice applied to the skin, but right here we have it nice tattoo. Again, this is a little bit reddish. In some cases, maybe tattoo will look a little bit more blue. So we can modify, apply different coloring to this with the curves, or you can go again inside and maybe modify a little bit right here with the colors. You think they work a little bit better. Right here, I think work. Okay. So a little bit more as a tattoo look color. So this way you can modify tattoo, apply it, and you can see it's work very well with the stretching, even on kind of semi-wet flat areas, because if we place right here with kind of very visible distinguish, the tattoo will kind of slide properly, but on a flat areas it's a little bit harder with this kind of lighting, but with apply additional schematic it's work very well. Also remember, when you work with tattoos, it's depend. Right now on the shoulder we want to stretch this way. If we do below, we maybe want to reverse and stretch opposite way. But again, black will go from left to right, top to bottom if you do use it normal positive numbers, and white will stretch opposite way from this. Okay, so thank you for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio, and please remember visit us on the web is www.geekatplay.com.